We are just one game away from finding out who our grand final teams will be. Virtus Pro are already there to try and grab a third ESL One trophy. But who will they play? That's the question that we're asking right now, and our panel are about to answer as well. OpTic versus Fnatic, two thoroughly one-sided events so far in this semi-final, and one to each team. It's extraordinary that we get this one-sided matches for both teams in the same series. Very unusual, but it's happened here. And which way does it go in game 3? And that's the problem these guys have right now. Pick the bones out of those two games and come up with something, right? I mean, exactly.
I gotta sound like a broken record at this point, but whenever we talk about Fnatic, who do I talk about as the key player?
Is it Universe?
Would it be?
I bet it's Eternal Envy.
It's Pi.
It could be Abed. It's Abed. It's Abed.
True.
I hate all of you.
You started.
Is it DJ?
It might be DJ.
Might be
Yeah.
DJ.
And yeah, so
they named
DJ
it 3
was
times.
level 13 at 20 minutes on his Rubik. That happens in less than 1% of pro matches. It happened 36 times in over 3,700 matches since TI5 on the Hero, and he's now done it in 2 out of his last 3 games on the Hero professionally.
Yeah, those 2 games, by the way, 28 minutes and 17, 28 minutes and 23. All right, well, let's just make them exactly the same time for both games. Insane couple of games, Cap, really.
Yeah, I was pretty certain OpTic was going to be walking away with a win before this series. That game 2 has shaken my faith. I don't know. I thought OpTic going into this just looked like a better team. They got trashed by VP, but so is everyone right now, so no big deal. I thought they were just a little bit more... I think they had better options when it came to the drafting. Now, after watching that game 2 and that kind of performance, I'm just like, oh.
I mean, both games were pretty much the same on opposite sides. Like Paul said, the timing the game, 28-23 one game, 28-17 in the other. Yeah, like, and felt pretty similar. Just this game that snowballed completely out of control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
whoever finds
theory,
the stronger lanes.
The way that it works means that we should now get a really close game.
A 90-minute Fnatic game, please give me it.
Cap's just praying there's no Naga now.
I'm okay with Naga. It's a new era of Naga Siren. Everyone's
Okay,
okay with
right.
Naga Siren
Yeah,
now because it's
right.
team fighting.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Not-
support hero. It's not
the
a
newbie.
yeah. It's not a one position.
It's also pretty crazy how the difference in play comes out from the teams too. So in the first game, Zai playing Clockwork had one of the, like, he dominated the game. And then the second game,
Where was
he was 0-8. He actually had like nothing.
Did you guys see how fast those bans went down?
Yeah. Yeah, there's,
Oh, boy.
I mean, the Clock, the Night Stalker, and the Wisp were they all game 1 bans, I believe, but not game 2 bans?
All right, OpTic sticking to their guns. This is game 1 carbon copy.
It is.
Yep.
All right, Fnatic, this time around, we've seen twice today where an early pick Leshrac leads into a core Leshrac because the game allowed for it. Hoping Fnatic doesn't let that happen again.
Yes, and last time, and several options where they've pulled out this Shadow Demon in response.
What is the one, I think more than the Shadow Demon, what is the one single hero that forces Leshrac into that support role? To me, it's the Nyx Assassin. Yep.
I love you guys, you're so fun.
Oh, we heard that one. That one came through.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we heard that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Super
Right.
early Kunkka.
Okay.
Well,
Is that too early, Cap?
Depends. If it ends up being a core Leshrac suffers the same kind of problems that Death Prophet does, right?
And
In that you are very threatened by that direct hit.
and they take the Rubik again.
That
too.
probably would have been a
that-
phase 2 ban, right? That's what they're fearing there, isn't
Could
it?
have been, yep.
And it's so good versus Leshrac. All your steals are fantastic, and you've got this null field aura to help defensively.
That's just surprising because Fnatic they had been 0-3 on their Kunkka coming into this series, and they almost never run it in a support position. So this is a core Kunkka.
They almost never run it.
Yeah.
What a change, right? Goes from being last pick now to first 2.
Wow.
Adaptation in the draft. No.
I think that makes the Leshrac look a lot better because the support Leshrac works really well with Axe. Right? It's basically like a Skywrath mage. You're both spamming spells.
Yeah, you're both spamming spells. And the lightning applies slow, same with Hunger, same concept.
Yeah. Poor 5 position, if he's ever like somehow out of position, not next to his tower, he gets Battle Hunger, lightning, and just chase down.
Axe in the first 2 as well. So we have Kunkka and Axe in the first 2 of a semi-final right now.
Well, I think
Whoa.
I think it makes the flex value of the Leshrac even better, right? Because there are other heroes that function very well in the aggro dueling with Axe. It doesn't have to be Leshrac, but you are at least showing a very strong aggro duel in the first 2, which I think is a great formula for drafting right now.
Yeah, so you at least like pose that threat and then switch it up if needed.
Exactly. And that's a very Peter thing to do. That's how he likes to draft.
Paul's having a blast over there.
Oh, I know. Paul's been in heaven this whole week, which I actually
I'm just
love.
enjoying some friends that have come over for some Dota with me, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty remarkable how packed it is all day.
Still trying to keep the balloon up, by the way. That's what the
Calm
cheers
down.
are.
Didn't someone take it away?
I think someone killed the blue
Who
balloon.
took the balloon away?
Yeah, rip blue
Oh,
balloon.
that-
The orange
oh.
balloon is now back.
They're breaking our focus.
Yeah, there it is. All right.
The challenge is, can they keep it up until the end of the third game?
Yo, guys, if the security starts coming over, just knock it away. Just knock it away from the security guys.
So Death Prophet gets taken out.
Okay.
Okay.
And the Vistage on the side of Fnatic, of course.
I think targeting those 33 heroes, those nuanced picks is a good choice here.
Why does the
does the
OpTic take out
Sky,
DP, though?
Yeah,
does the
that's what
Sky
I'm-
Wrath
Are they
get
worried about
taken out, by the way?
saving?
Do we lose the Sky Wrath here? Just to stop
I
OpTic
think
going that way?
I think there's enough tape now on the Axe Skywrath dual lane that
That you can
teams
figure it out?
know how to play against it.
Sky, Axe, and Lesh?
For me, it's like you have to play against that either way, right? If
Yeah,
you ban the Sky,
exactly,
you may have to play against Leshrac,
Same
so you
concept.
have to draft a safe lane hero
That's very well said.
that can fit against it.
Death? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, why?
I'm trying to think.
When I first saw the Death Prophet ban, I assumed it was on the side of Fnatic. Huh.
I would love to match the pressure of the Axe
Oh.
and get like a Doom or something for Fnatic.
Does OpTic want a Morphling? Is that why they're doing that? Yeah, the Doom ban's really good.
I'm always fine with the Doom ban.
Although Darkseer is looking great for Fnatic.
Yeah.
And I think they may. I think they probably learned from the last draft that if they're going to pick it, they need to pick it. They need to pick it third.
You still have the Gyrocopter out there, which can get exposed by Axe, but it's one of the better safe lane heroes, and it works really well with Kunkka.
I believe that's the balloon.
Oh, come on. Free the orange balloon.
Oh, man.
Remember the beach ball at TI?
Oh yeah.
We do.
Rip beach ball.
The beach ball. Just want Fnatic to have really strong lanes.
Yes.
Like they did just last game. Just catching it. OpTic
I guess you
hard.
could just go back at. All right, yeah, there you go. There's your melee support.
That's your undying. That's your undying.
That's your
substitute.
exactly.
That's literally what it is right there. So they're going to try to do that same thing, apply the pressure. Because I think that's why you saw them, as soon as they saw the Undying get banned out, they banned out the Clockwork. Because they're like, that's the hero that can match up versus it.
Yes.
So,
yes.
like one of those heroes, whoever's going to have it, they'll win the lane, is I guess the thought that's going to be going for. So now, the Ogre.
Ogre does not provide the same kind of offensive threat, though, so it feels like it's going to be a lackluster Undying.
He doesn't, but depending on if you pick your last two cores that can benefit from Bloodlust.
Yes.
I
Like
think that
Luna.
I think it makes up for it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Bloodlusted Luna, even a Bloodlusted PA, although against Leshrac,
But a lot of those carries hate Axe.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I think this is the match. You see the Ogre, you want to have your own lane strength, you pick up the Bane.
Yep.
And I mean, I think Bane's been overall really strong, but they're picking the Bane into a Rubik is the one thing. So it does make it a lot harder to play. After the lane progresses, that is. The lane is still quite Bane favored.
But you need that strong offlaner. The key to Fnatic's match in that last game was that offlane went so well. Universe and DJ were both so over-leveled and could pressure around the map. If that Rubik doesn't hit level 6 at 8 minutes in that last game, it's a very different affair.
I think they could look at something like Beastmaster if they want to go
Okay.
for a control, because then they have like Axe Blink Dagger, right? You'll be able to scout him a lot of the times with your Hawk. You can apply pressure in the lane.
I would almost say just
Beastmaster,
because you
Darkseer.
have to reveal your core first, like both the Beastmaster and Darkseer, you can actually try and dodge the Axe lane and try and max your offlaner against it. And Darkseer, like Axe hates being able to deal with that, right?
Yeah, I really still like Darkseer.
Yeah, I think either one of those, Darkseer or Beastmaster, for me look really strong.
Beastmaster does give you the vision, though, which is
That's what-
something
yeah,
that we were worried
vision.
about. Yeah.
Vision seemed incredibly important in that last game too. Actually, we didn't get to talk about it, but they had sentries. I mean, they were
noticed that.
snowballing, but they completely blanketed the mid side of the map, the river, with wards and sentries just to watch if the Slark was trying to do anything in the shadow.
But it does mean if you draft Darkseer and kind of even Beastmaster, you do not have like the greatest sources of team fight initiation.
That's
right?
okay.
You have great pickoff and single target pick between the Kunkka and whichever one of those heroes we're talking about, but.
Again, I think if Rubik is as over-leveled as he was in the last match, it cures all of that. You don't think so? I don't think you can count on it, but...
If I win the game in the first 10 minutes, then I think it solves a lot of problems.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
They're taking their time.
Oh, this is the key pick.
Here's a fun fact for you. The second to last time they picked an Ogre
Oh, that's not...
and a Ruby.
Okay.
Guess what they also ran as their final pick? A Wraith King.
They tried Spectre versus Axe in the Team Spirit matchup.
It did not look good.
Yeah, I think this is the vision though, right? They're trying to get the vision for the fights to stop the Blink
Yeah.
Dagger so they can be the one starting the fight since they don't have that natural one. And I mean, they're saving it for the last pick as the offlaner? Okay. Maybe they do something really different here.
Wait, is this going to be like something weird, like a universe offline Kunkka?
I was thinking something like that too for some reason. Maybe they'll probably adapt depending on what they see, but.
Wow,
Okay.
I think you just kind of put yourself on the defensive as Fnatic in these last couple picks.
No, I'm okay because I think Lycan deals with a lot of aggro lanes pretty well. He can still run mid against the Kunkka.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I
Yeah,
think
that's what he's saying.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying.
was saying Fnatic's.
I'm saying Fnatic conceded the initiative in the last couple of picks. I feel like OpTic is really on the front foot. They're going to be the more aggressive lineup.
So you'd hate the Spectre pickup.
I think that, yeah, in combination with the Ogre, I think it feels very passive in the mid game. Because Ogre's a guy that dominates the lane, but he doesn't necessarily have that great, strong team fight presence in the mid game like the Undying does. That's the big difference.
Yeah, whatever it is, Universe got to go off on it.
Yeah.
It's got to be some like really big mid-game hitter.
Memes on point. What do we like for OpTic here? Bearing in mind that they can still run that Lesh support. But they could also pick a support.
Well,
I'm
possibly
thinking
just Dragon
I'm
Knight.
thinking mostly of Highcat hero, right?
Yeah,
33's been playing the Lycan a lot of the times.
True.
You think? Oh, you think this is going to be a Pycat hero like a Loon?
I think it could be.
I'm not so sure. I mean, they went for a support in that other game, which they don't normally do.
Yeah.
But they
I think it's no. Surely it's going to be 33. Surely it's 33 Axe. Pycat
Yeah.
Lightning.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
He's saying mid Lycan against the Kunkka.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking a bit, yeah. But
All right. Yeah, baby. Come on, look at this. How do you not have a major back in Britain next year?
Thank you, Alan.
it's pretty awesome.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Final ban from OpTic Gaming. The final ban of the semi-finals.
They're going down to the wire on their time.
Oh yeah. Taking time.
MP, okay.
Dude, I thought about Nature's Prophet, but that feels like you are playing the I'm not going to fight at all game. I'm just going to run OpTic around the map.
Passive, yeah, very passive from Fnatic.
Fnatic with the
And
last
OpTic
overall
got a
pick.
standard Razor.
Yeah, Razor is...
All right, so that's a Lash support.
Oh.
It's the Highcat hero, right? Dispels Bloodlust with the passive all the time.
They can run the Razor into the Spectre
I
lane.
almost-
Give Axe a better start than last time.
I think they've
There we
got
go,
more variety in their core lanes where they want to put them this time.
Final pick of the semi-final is Fnatic's.
Yeah! The Bat Rider for Universe.
Rider.
All right.
Wow.
Boy.
Bat Ogre as the pressure lane.
So they want Bat versus the Axe.
Yeah, that's a
If they're gonna be
first.
met with
That's a first pick.
Razor versus Spectre.
A first pick for Batrider at ESL One Birmingham.
the first one, right?
Yep, it's the first one we've had as a pick. So, gents, which way for this final game? Alan,
Oh, you're gonna make me go first.
I'll go OpTic,
Cat.
so you don't have to go.
I was gonna go OpTic as well. I just think Fnatic, they put themselves in a responsive position in the last 3 picks.
Oh no,
Okay.
Yannis.
Why is the pressure on me?
It's all yours.
Are you gonna panel curse it again?
Curse or no curse?
Who do I appeal to?
I think he's
I'm
asking
just
the
kidding.
crowd.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Do I have faith in the Batrider? I'm gonna go in faith with Universe on the bat. They've got
Okay.
double ways of initiating.
All right, good stuff. We are ready, ladies and gentlemen. You've already raised the roof, but I want you to do it once more as we get into game number 3, the final game of the semi-final. Enjoy.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Fnatic versus OpTic Gaming, Game 3. I'm OpTic. I'm here, of course, once again with Blitz. And Blitz, without a shadow of a doubt, this game is going to be incredible, Blitz. I can feel, you know, we have that feeling. I've got that feeling for this game.
That's what we said at the beginning of this
There's
series,
no
too.
way that this game is going to be one-sided like Game 1 or Game 2. It's just impossible. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen. It can't. This one, it's going to be close, Blitz. Tell me this. Look at the drafts. Tell me, Blitz, it's going to be a close one.
You sound so desperate right now. Yeah, it might be close. We'll see. I'm just not going to get my hopes up. I'm going to hope for the best. I just want an exciting game. Don't even care who wins at this point.
Oh, absolutely not.
Just make it close.
Let's see, let's give the game that the fans here in the UK deserve to them. They've turned up in their millions, I'm sure, out there. I've not quite counted them all, but there's a lot. And this game, Fnatic versus OpTic Gaming, everything on the line here as we keep iterating. This game's so important in terms of getting the chance of making it to the top 8 at the Dota Pro Circuit and getting that direct invite to the International 2018.
Yeah,
Let's see who's
for
gonna be playing
Fnatic,
for it.
it's one game.
Yeah.
They just need this one game, and they've got enough. For OpTic, they need another series after this, but you
I
get
have
to
to go
keep
through
your...
VP as well, yeah?
But who knows?
They got a long road, but
knows?
it's a capable one.
Yes. At least you give yourself the chance, and the crowd getting hyped for this one as Zai setting up at bottom, trying to hit out Universe. Creep Wave no longer aggroing this PPD coming in as well.
He's got the stun. Quite time for PPD to come in. They aren't likely to get the kill, but at the least, a lot of bullying. Sort of pushing Universe away. He will pop the TP immediately, get himself over to the creep wave so we can get some action here from those first heroes coming down. PPD, of course, immediately TPing up towards the top to form these dual lanes. He's going to be backing up 33, who he will be playing the Lycan up against this Pi and Envy Spectre Ogre Magi dual lane top.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a Pycat Axe. Not really expected here in mid lane. DJ just trying to harass out early on. But CCNC shouldn't care about this too much. Of course, DJ here just to make sure that the Razor doesn't overrun this Kunkka. Really hard matchup for him.
Now, Fnatic know that if they can secure Abed a strong lane at the start, he does wonders with it. We saw it in Game 2 on the Kunkka. This time around, of course, Fnatic picking that Kunkka a little earlier in the draft, being a little more confident with it, knowing that they just make sure that Abed has a good time at the start, and he's going to be hitting those combos, making the plays, and having a lot of potential to sort of disrupt the early pace and aggression that OpTic are likely to bring against them with this this lineup built around this Lycan.
CCNC gonna get hit early by that Torrent, but a lot of damage already taken down from Abed. Trading some hits, but not really gonna do too much as the lanes at bottom. Pycat, one stack on him only. DJ with the lift, just trying to get the harass off. The stun flies in from Zai. No follow-up though.
Trading quite a significant bit of damage back towards DJ, but as we say, he's geared up with the regen. Salve and a couple of tangos still in his pocket, ready to go. And they do get a couple of stacks now onto Zai, now up to 3. Pycat there, cool won't connect, but it does at least stop DJ and Universe from chasing any further.
Abed gonna find a haste rune. Coming back to mid, no kill potential anywhere though as B.
Let's get a nice hit onto CCNC. And Of course, indeed, straight away breaking the static link. Looks to come back in with the Torrent. He's actually found the connection here.
Since he's getting pretty low here.
Can he finish this one off? Arbed looking for the angle. Tidebringer won't be quite enough damage. Verifier is there for CCNC as well as the South. CCNC will be able to recover.
If he didn't Fairy Fire there, he might have just gone down.
Did look pretty darn close indeed.
Early pressure.
Given the old slow Ogre rundown onto PPD, but isn't going to pursue it any further. Looks to return back towards Envy, just make sure that Envy has sort of the safety to farm here, but it's going to get a lot harder now with the point in Enfeeble. Universe at the same time down bottom, finding out Zai's level 3 now with the Flame Break.
First blood.
And that chase down with the Firefly. Zai, can he get himself away from this? A couple of right clicks should do it. He's salving up. Pycat there as well with the Battle Hunger, looking to slow down Universe, and that will save Zai. Not only keeping him alive, but also making sure that that last hit didn't come through, cancelling the South, so Zai, he'll be able to stay in lane.
Half a hit away from that first blood. OpTic, 2 games in a row have gotten it, although it was the only kill they got last game.
See down bottom, PPD trying to pull these creeps away from Pi, stopping Pi from being able to get the pull around. So Pi will still be able to take the majority of them though, and secure that more sort of farm safely for Envy up on top lane. Down bottom, Zai TPs himself out of danger. A fair few stacks onto Pycat, but Universe a little low on the mana, so won't chase down anymore. Mid lane, looking at the CS, 14 to 7, 13 for 3. As we can see, that sort of early presence of having the Rubik in the lane has sort of allowed Arbed to get over those first few levels where, as you mentioned, can be pretty hard against a Razor as a melee hero.
Yeah, it's really awkward in the beginning as CCNC.
Neat little plays from Arbed.
Only for the illusion rune though.
Still, they're just, yeah, as we see, no bottle out on either of the 2 mids yet, so not quite as punishing as it could have been, but it was still nicely done.
And right now, this sacrifice. Envy in this top lane just consistently getting enfeebled.
Enfeeble. It's not fun to play against. He's hitting around there with, well, 51 minus 60, then plus with the Quelling Blade. It's not much.
Very good at math, Owen is.
Yeah.
For the millions of you out there in the crowd, as he said.
It's a tough lane for Envy, and an easy lane for 33. This Lycan, he's getting free farm.
He's getting absolute free farm right
He's getting 3-3 farm.
So at bottom Universe. Not doing the best against Pycat. Maybe they want to make an attempt on his life right now as DJ. Just getting the hits in. Pycat bringing him over, the stun gonna fly in. Might just be first blood.
They should get it. Surely telekinesis. Can he get out? He's going to get away. Now they can look to turn because Pycat, he's got 5 stacks on him. Pycat, he's going to be the first to fall. They might just get Zai as well. The stun from Pi comes through as Pilot looks to block him off. Zai will be able to turn and get the stun, but again, these body blocks from this big Ogre. Pilot die, blocking Zai with his big old backside, and it'll set up for another. Fnatic get both of them.
Finally, Fnatic picking up the first blood of the game with a very nice bait. Pycat, though, very quick.
Oh! The Universe has got Battle Hunger. It's not going to be enough. Universe, he can walk it out. So Fnatic losing no one out of that altercation on the bottom lane. They'll head over to the shrine.
Meanwhile, PPD continues up in this top lane.
I mean, I think he's working with about 10 right. Oh, there we go. He's got the dagger. He'll secure himself a couple there.
I think that's the only way that he's going to get last hits.
Oh, no. Denies from the Bane.
Oh, he gets one?
Oh, did he?
With the Desolate damage.
DJ. He's been chased it, but Arbed.
Zai once again.
He's come across. There's 4 here. Looking towards Zai. There is no escape for Zai's Fnatic. They'll take another, and Arbed, he'll claim that extra bit of bounty gold from that kill top lane. The Wolves are coming in, 33 playing aggressive as he looks to try and find Envy in the tree line. PPD's there as well. Envy trying his best with the Jukes. And he should be fine by the looks of it. No sort of backup coming in, but OpTic unable to really chase down Envy enough to get the kill at this stage. The Spectral Dagger just allowing Envy sort of that extra escape mechanism to keep himself safe. South will not be popped here by PPD as he was looking to try and cancel it. Envy is able to get himself back up to full health. Still though, it really is a struggling Spectre lane. PPD making this lane a literal nightmare for Envy.
Yeah, no pun intended, but they have definitely fed him to the wolves right now. They are not helping him whatsoever in this lane.
It's an early tower, 7 minutes.
Yeah, 33, has an incredible level of farm right now.
48 CS at 7 minutes and he's not missing a creep.
CCNC, mid lane is going to go down to the boat and the 2 supports rotation.
So it really is for this middle lane, the bottom lane, Fnatic, they're making the plays, they're getting the kills, but OpTic, they're securing this dream lane for 33's Lycan.
They have not rotated a support in quite some time. They're finally going to do so with DJ coming up here, level 5. They've done a better job of securing his farm than Envy's at this point. Envy just about to pick up his boots.
And look at that stat there, Pycat. I mean, understandably, he's not been playing a lot of Axe games. The last time he won with it in a pro game was 2014 with Alliance. It's a long time ago, Blitz. So a real change-up in the draft and sort of the player-hero combinations that OpTic are doing this game.
Yeah, but so far it looks like it's paying off. Even though Fnatic have this 4-0 lead, it's 1K in favor of OG on the back of that tower.
I like Zai. You get the slow onto Zai. Universe coming across Zai. Hook up for the TP out. Zai, he is going to make it away. Pycat with the call as well, just to make sure the Fnatic can't get the extra right clicks out onto Zai. Keeping his Leshrac alive. Envy, TPing back to base. Wants to refuel, pick up the boots. He's got the level 6. We'll see if Fnatic can find anything across the map to set up. Mid lane, that may be the target. We'll see if he wants to join in, and he certainly does. Envy, he's been struggling in terms of getting the farm, but he wants to get involved with these kills. Straight up, level 6 is hit, back to base, refuels, gets himself involved.
Yeah, once again, they're putting all of this on Abed, giving him the best possible game. The early dual lane, abandoning Envy. Abed, a lot of hopes are going to ride on his shoulders. And this one as TP coming in from Universe towards bottom lane. They want to try to pressure Pycat. He's already got 1,500 gold. Can pick up that early blink if he wants.
In this sort of game, do you think that is the way to go on the Axe rather than the Vanguard once again? I mean, we saw an Axe already this series. You know, I think it was Universe in the first game going for the Blink Dagger Rush. Do you like it once again for Pycat?
I think so.
Yep.
But I think you're going to give yourself options by just waiting.
And look at this rotation as well. Smoke from OpTic coming down towards the bottom. 33 with the shapeshift ready to go. Zai, he's got the slow, trying to allow Pycat to close the gap for the call, but he can't quite get in onto Universe. 33 still looking to dive past the tower. He's got the wolves on the front line. Universe with a quick flame break to knock him back. The same time up top, a go being made out to BPD. Universe will fall as 33 is able to chase him down, but at the same time, Envy is able to get PPD.
They needed something for Envy, and they're going to create some space for him.
But OpTic, they are playing the perfect pace around this 33 Lycan. They move him from top to bottom. After taking the tier 1 tower there, they get the kill onto the Universe, and 10 minutes in, they're taking another tower with this Lycan.
This is some weird amalgamation of both games, where in game number 1, OpTic were getting all the towers that they wanted, and in game number 2, Fnatic were getting all the kills that they wanted. But this time around, a much closer affair as DJ smoked up level 6. He wants to look for something right now. CCNC gonna avoid that by walking over to the left, and it looks like PPD gonna go down again. Abed trying to find the angle right now. DJ gonna come in from the front. Here comes the lift.
Straight away, dragging PPD back into the hands of Abed and Envy. Another bit of action for Fnatic is now 7-1. They can put some pressure onto this tier 1 tower top. Obviously not nearly the same amount of pushing power that OpTic have around the Lycan. But they'll still give it their best shot here, starting to put some damage onto this tier 1 tower.
And it is the early Blink Dagger pickup from Pycat.
It's not going to catch them by surprise, though. They have the warding down around their jungle, Fnatic, so they know that that Blink Dagger is there on Pycat. We'll still see if he's able to make a play with it. So back off, will TP himself up towards the top lane. They're bringing 33 in as well. We'll see if they can get a catch. Straight away, Fnatic, though, they're making the play themselves. Looking towards 33 with the bow. They do have to sort of split up behind the trees. Fnatic making sure it's incredibly hard for OpTic to get that catch that they want with these core rotations.
Looks like they're just trying to disengage Abed.
He has been
He's
spotted
out here.
They see him with the wolf, quickly trying to juke out the stun, but Zai, he makes the connection, finds the target. Abed is surrounded, they'll find the kill. Taking down the Kunkka, the movement successful.
Bottom lane, PPD. He's got the ulti.
Straight
CCNC
away.
coming in too.
They should have a good shot at this one. Is there any sort of chance for Fnatic to head over and help this man out? Envy, he's in trouble. Grips out from PPD, holding him down as CCNC beats him to pieces with the Lightning Storm.
Finally striking back in the kills department. Getting 2 big ones.
33.
Both cores.
Look at the damage here for the army. He finds DJ as well. He's chasing
Universe
down.
gets
What the
gold.
call? Pycat has the control. That's a dunk down. Sets up for the double kill for 33. This Lycan that has had a beautiful time to start this switch over and sort of rolls really from OpTic. It's looking very, very good. 33 is having a beautiful beginning to this game. He's doing all the right things and more.
Yeah, he's level 12, or he's level 9 at 12 minutes, sorry, and he almost has Necro 3. Hook number 2 gonna fly in. That is so early. that is so much pressure to the supports. It's so hard as a Rubik or an Ogre to play against that.
And look, as we can see there already, the moves around the maps, and as you can see from those sorts, the kills that he's got as well have always been so deep across the map because he's so far ahead. He can play as aggressive as he is with the shapeshift.
And now some deeper wards being placed on that mid hill. And Zion Pycat just trying to create this kill squad. They've got the level 6 on the Zion much sooner than he had it in the last game.
Let's see what they can find. Fnatic
They might just run into Pycat here, smoked up.
leading the charge. Zai's here as well. Fnatic, who are they going to get the jump on
Pycat.
the pulse? But Pycat's quick with the blink. They're looking to chase it though. Straight away, Envy with the horn, locking down Pycat. They've got their eyes on Zai as well as Envy gets the dagger onto both of them, slowing them both down. Pycat will fall. They'll get Zai as well. Again, great usage of the horn as Fnatic are making these moves as a team.
Very well done. Deep wards being placed. They saw it the entire way through. They knew nobody else was going to come. And Abed being pinged out right now. They spotted him with the ward. 33 is down here too. Killer right now for OpTic.
Got the shapeshift back available in 15 seconds, and as you say, a few hundred gold away from having the level 3 Necro book.
He's been spotted though. PPD running into the ward there. So they know this attempt if it comes.
Abed keeping himself safe with the X mark. Armlet pretty much done for Abed.
They've got the ward down. They see both heroes here. They want to try to make the sandwich. 33 doesn't have Necro books up for just a little bit.
He's quick with the telekinesis. He's got the stolen cool as well to disable PPD that a little bit longer so PPD can't get his skill set out. There's Abed revealing himself from the trees, trying to move on into PPD, but now CCNC at 33. They jump forward. Abed gets the boat out. The stun holds back 33, but
lot of
CCNC
damage.
continues to chase. They're starting to building up. He's got the armor. He can't toggle his way out of that though, as the walls, the Razor beat him down. That's going to be Abed done at the same time up top. Pycat. We're going to chase down Pi. Has the cool. Pi light up pretty tanky, of course, on this Ogre Magi. So Pycat will not be able to finish him off. And V getting bloodlusted, but Pycat already backing his way out of there. As OpTic, they take another tower. 14 minutes in, they continue to take these towers at an incredible rate. They do
They're
maintain
pinging
this
bottom.
3K lead. They want to try and push. They know how strong their Lycan is in the moment.
They know that Universe doesn't have the TP. So now they're going to start bringing heroes back. Abed TPing in for this short distance, but deems it worthy, and OpTic are going to make their way towards mid.
They're stepping up this pressure. It's 33. Doing a lot of damage here to this tier 2 tower, and 15 minutes in, they've taken another tier 2. I believe, what was it? It was 16 minutes in game 1 that they took all the tier 1s and tier 2s. It's not quite at the same rate, but it's incredibly close to it. 15 minutes in, only a tier 2 standing top for Fnatic. Again, OpTic, very good at sort of playing these push-oriented lineups and just finding the right time to make the moves.
Yeah. And in this game, they have a much easier way of going for the Roshan too with the Lycan.
As we can see there, all the sort of the gold that the 33 is now missing out in terms of creeps, he's picking it up in buildings as well, and that's of course going to benefit his whole team. So even though it looks even between those two, you're seeing that 4K lead because of the fact that everyone on OpTic is benefiting from the pace that they're playing, taking down these towers.
And Envy has to just continue to farm up. Highlight Die going to run into PPD right now. The backup is coming from OpTic. This should be a free kill. Fiend's Grip is going to come in.
And of course, no interest from the rest of Fnatic to head over and help Pi. They'll let him go.
It's the casual Highlight Die death. You're going to buy some time for Envy to farm another wave at bottom very aggressively. OpTic, they can't just allow this Spectre to continue to farm like this, getting closer and closer to that relic, only 1,000 gold now away.
It really is. We saw what Envy was able to do with the Radiant's timing in game 2 with his lone Druid. And having it at sort of the same rate that he's sort of working towards is going to be quite something for them to deal with OpTic. OpTic at the moment just wanting to keep the pressure up. The lightning bounces onto Abed, but Abed's able to get into the fog of war.
They still want this chase. They see him.
Look at the way that they block him in as well with the army. Stun comes through. He has got the run protecting him. That may buy him enough safety. We'll see. 33's trying to come in. He's looking for the crits. Can Abed keep himself alive in any sort of shape or fashion? He's turning with the armlet toggles, but he can't get out of that one. OpTic, again, getting in with the Lycan. 33 making sure that they can take these early fights. PPD will be left behind.
Envy with the haunt.
He wants to make sure he can come in and maybe look to come in for more. Straight away, the TPs are out. 33 and Zai, they're out of there. PyCat does have a TP available, but it's hard for him to get away now with Universe chasing him down. He has got the ult available as he closes the gap, drags him back with the lasso. Fnatic will get a couple out of that push.
They were trying to give the last hit to Envy, getting so close now to that relic, and that's the trade-off right now. You're gonna lose some heroes, but you've got to make space for this guy.
They really are playing against a timer, OpTic Gaming. And so far, the pressure has certainly been on, and sure, there they get Arbet, but they can't sort of afford these trades where Envy is able to come out on top.
Once again, look at this.
Just making sure that Envy can farm these neutrals. You know, he pings on him and says, come on, back off.
This is the best part about playing with Pylai as a 5 position, is he's always gonna create this barrier between you and the rest of the heroes. And it looks like just a random death, but it's totally not. He's done such a good job of making sure that they can't get to Envy, that he's out there first. This is a level 7 Ogre with 1,800 net worth. His death at this point doesn't mean a lot, but getting Envy an extra 2 waves, a neutral creep here or there, it means so much to this team.
Relic pretty much complete for Envy.
33 has the ult, is gonna pop it.
Ooh, who's he gonna look for?
He's looking for Envy right now.
He is, he's charging towards Envy. This is a pretty key time if they can get Envy. He's got the money, but he hasn't got the courier out. Can Envy get himself
timing
out?
Of this.
Look at the same time from the side. No, Envy can't get out. There's no help coming towards him. He's down. They're able to slow down that Relic by just a little bit by being able to find that kill. A big kill for 33 to find, of course, on his own.
They're gonna ping Zai right now. He's gonna try to go for the TP. Universe gonna see him in the trees, but DJ just half a second behind.
Didn't quite have the lasso available, was still literally a couple of seconds called out. But that catch is going to become certainly a little bit easier for Fnatic, as DJ has nearly got his own Blink Dagger. 1,700 gold towards it. Arbed, Crystal is done. So again, pretty good timing. Obviously not quite the same speed as the Conqueror that played in game 2, but still very admirable.
33, level 15, has a BKB queued up, is not that far from it. Necro 3, Medallion, Helm of Dom.
He's playing this Lycan absolutely beautifully, and it's this sort of flexibility, this sort of switch around between 33 and PyCat that is very scary for teams that have to play against OpTic. These sort of moves you don't expect, and 33 is showing us some fantastic Lycan play. I mean, we know that he's micro strong with heroes like the Visage, and he's showing here with his Lycan that he is quite a force to be reckoned with. OpTic, they did set him up a perfect lane, and he is not letting that go to waste this game.
They're walking in right now towards that Roche pit. 33 doesn't have the ult quite yet, but would take this very quickly.
He's got that DD rune.
I was thinking about it.
Still is a little scary to fight around the pit with the Bat Rider. They've got the combo from Kunkka, and they know that Haunt is back up, and are also aware that Envy will very shortly have the full Radiance.
He's so close to it right now, only 500 gold away. He's gonna use this time that OpTic goes into this Roshan pit to just try to farm out. And notice Py's position again. Very front forward, always in front of Envy, making sure that they have to get through him first if they are gonna find this Spectre. You know about the Roshan attempt, it seems like Highlight Die.
They're not getting in it. OpTic are going to get away with it. CCNC takes the Aegis, and now they're looking for the kill as they'll run towards Pi. Pylai, no escape for him with the damage again that 33 is outputting at this stage. Impossible for Pylai to escape.
Yeah, they continue to trade his life just so that Envy goes bottom, continuing his farm. Very diligent, he understands the game plan right now. And OpTic is aware that the Relic is online, Radiance shortly to follow. They're trying to speed up the game right now because even with just the Radiance, they won't fear the Spectre. Their Lycan is way too big at this point.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it, 33, if he gets the chance to spot out the real Envy in the fight, he can run him down, especially with the BKB. It's pretty much impossible for... Exactly. They're sure they can try and look for the
look at this ward. They see Universe.
There's the jump forward, though, still with the lasso, dragging back Zai. There's DJ to follow up, and they'll pop the Horn as well. They've found one. Can they get anything more out of this? PyCat at PPD trying to run themselves away. CCNC actually comes in from the backlines with the BKB. He's just committing straight away. Does manage to take down the rest of his team, but he is going to fall for this. Can the rest of OpTic Gaming coming to fight around CCNC? It looks like Fnatic don't want to try and take a fight. OpTic certainly do, though. PyCat in immediately with the call and the dunk down onto Pylai Die. OpTic Gaming.
They're gonna go high ground.
That play there from CCNC looked a little YOLO, but it made sense. He just wanted to throw his life away with the edges to make sure that they could kill the Kunkka. Arguably the biggest issue at the moment on Fnatic, and it's going to mean that they're able to force Fnatic into a position where Abed, he's having to buy back now. And that's what OpTic came for. They maintain this lead, they grow it even more, 9K advantage to them.
They're trying to find somebody. Universe with no ult, pops the Firefly. And now that the buyback from Abed's committed, that's gonna send them back, but still, they got a lot of what they came for. Good damage on that top tower, continuing to pressure, the buyback forced.
To 13, but 9K lead, OpTic Gaming.
Your atrocity
Still
main.
playing incredibly fast. 33's like in 13,000 net worth, 603. He has had no problem whatsoever this game.
And now it's starting to haunt Fnatic. Their decision to sack Envy. He did eventually pick up this Radiance at a very reasonable time, but leaving him alone in that top lane, you're starting to see what happens.
They've got to try and stall this game, Fnatic, so that Envy, as you said, could get sort of that second major item at the least, so we can turn up to these fights with the Horn and not worry about dying straight away. Top lane PPD. This smoke, maybe seeing if he could set up with the Fiend's Grip, but already Envy and Pylai die, backing away.
And the dagger season. Pylai Die continuing to be the bodyguard for Envy as Universe just trying to clear up this creep wave. OpTic, this is going to force them back.
And Abed, after that buyback, he's still getting very close to the Daedalus. He's only got enough for the Demon Edge. Top lane, Pylai Die. He's being hunted. We'll go straight away for the TP out, and he will make it just before Zai is able to get round.
And this is what they need to do. Just continue to buy time, play a little bit risky, send somebody up there. If Pi dies in that position, it's okay because it resets things a little bit. You need to force OpTic to just run around.
Oh yeah, as long as you can stop them from grouping up and pushing with their Lycan.
Yeah, and I like this.
You're relatively happy as Fnatic.
You see what Fnatic are doing? They're trying to make an aggressive move. This would buy them even more time, especially if they could find this Lycan. He has the BKB, but he would still go down. They have a lot of damage here.
Jump forward. They managed to get the lasso.
Need all
They
in
permanently
this.
lock him down. They've got the torrent into the boat. They've done it. Perfect execution from Fnatic as Universe.
They might find more time.
Jump. He's heading over. Envy, he gets it on his own with the Horn, getting over, getting a second.
And this is brilliant.
That is exactly what Fnatic need, as you say. If they can make these aggressive plays, whilst being a significant amount behind in terms of net worth, the game gets very scary for OpTic, especially losing 33's Lycan, who was yet to die this game.
Yeah.
Brilliant initiation from Universe.
They've got fantastic comeback heroes. You've got the Batrider with the BKB piercing jump, the Kunkka with the cleave, the Spectre. Everyone knows how annoying this hero is to play against late game.
Oh yeah.
Envy without Haunt though for 100 seconds. They want to just avoid things.
And look at the build as well that Envy has queued up. We'll see if he does commit to it. Now he changes. I was wondering. He did have the BKB up there for a moment, but he has switched it back to the, of course, the more orthodox Manta style. As he's got a lot of money after those 2 kills.
And he's even a higher level than Lycan at this point. And OpTic, you can start to sense they're getting a little bit frustrated here. They had such a big lead. It's still substantial, but
They know, they know with these heroes, the game is only going to get harder the longer it goes.
yes, and now the Kunkka has that completed Daedalus. It's quite strong now. All it takes is one really good crit and a jump on a core hero and Pylai Die.
Pushing on.
This tag team, he's the first one scouting. He sees that nobody else is here, and Fnatic are going to pick up a tier 2 tower for free.
And OpTic, they are desperately looking to find any sort of opening to break into the high ground. They're putting pressure onto the tier 3, will force out a fortification from Fnatic. As OpTic, they're ready to go again. Shapeshift's available, they have all the ultimates. Can Fnatic put a stop to this? This is a crucial time to push. It's still, what, 30 seconds where there is no Horn available for Envy. But it's still, you can see OpTic, it is a tricky position for them to be in.
Yeah, they're incredibly afraid, because they know if they blow another fight, the game becomes even. And then it's in their corner to do everything right. For Fnatic, the game plan is very simple. Hold your high ground. Even if you lose one set of racks, it would be okay as long as it isn't disastrous.
But I
you
like-
lose multiple heroes, but they're going to go for the smoke here. Universe trying to find that angle right now. Zai showing himself.
And look at that as well with the stolen
Free
walls.
jump.
The stolen walls, getting the vision there. DJ giving the information the Universe needed to jump in, but there's a lot here, so they'll take Universe.
And they need to back out right now. Fnatic, they can't afford to lose additional heroes here. If they do, OpTic might just go for the high ground, and 33 gonna run into Pylite die.
No escaping here for the Ogre, so they do. That was not the aggressive play that Fnatic were hoping for there. It looked like they sort of got ahead of themselves with the vision, as I say, from the stolen walls the DJ was using and Universe committing. It was not the fight they wanted to jump into. Two are dead, even if they are to buy back on the back, there's no lasso available. There's no sort of catch. This top Rax is going OpTic. They're sort of being handed the opportunity to finally be able to break this pace. 28 minutes in still, though, the pace that they want to play, getting that opening.
And you gotta get out of here right now.
It's underneath that ward, they know his whereabouts. They're TPing over, look, Mass coming over to the shrine. Envy looking to TP out.
Second.
Out of there in time.
They
Get
ping and they
himself
see him
away.
too. They cannot afford mistakes like that, though. Universe was so far in front of the rest of his team. They were on the low ground on the river. They had no way of helping him out. They thought it was just going to be a free jump on a Zai, but everybody from OpTic were there. And at that point, it's just you have to retreat. If you lose more than one hero, OpTic are going high ground.
Universe, as soon as the lasso's available, he's ready to make play, but CCNC just picked up a Lincoln. He just had it picked up, and it caught Fnatic by surprise. They weren't prepared to pop it. As CCNC, he's more than fine. Universe unable to find that play due to that literal just pickup of the Lincoln Sphere on CCNC.
The timing on that couldn't have been better. So now they're going to get the shrine for free. And OpTic, once again, in the driver's seat. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable about this. Envy continuing to farm. Just doing whatever he can to extend this game. He's going to stay up here, but Zai, he's looking for it. He sees the dagger path. Lays out the Edict 2, stun, barely going to whiff, but he runs into Envy.
He has turned off the radiance, he does look to horn himself out.
And he's found the angle. He goes under CCNC.
To sneak himself away. Sure, horn is used, but again, as we're saying, any sort of extension to the game, it's going to be Fnatic that are going to be the happy ones.
Envy getting a little bit greedy there. Zai, really nice game sense to find him. And now the aggressive smoke.
They want to make a play. They know whilst that horn is down, it's very hard for Envy to respond if they do find a pick off. And look who's over here. They'll head up to the high ground. They found Mr. Pylite Eye once again. So they'll take him. As you can see, that heat map and the death spots as well. Certainly adding a little bit of variety to the areas that he's deciding to die in the map. But as you say, he's doing his job. DJ, though, on the other hand, he's in trouble. The Fiends group comes out, they will get themselves both of the supports out of this. Pylite Eye actually buying back.
Look at this mid lane.
33. Going in, Arbed, looking for the Tidebringer hit. 33 backs off with the BKB.
With two heroes dead, though, this might be just another Rax.
They do have buyback available on the two of them. We'll see if OpTic can force it out. They may want to be a bit careful with the fact that 33 BKB is on cooldown for 50 seconds. Shapeshift, of course, as well. Still on over 35 before that's back.
Triple catapult, though.
See if they can force out these buybacks. It's just the three of them, still no horn. Very hard for them to hold, and DJ, he will buy back. They'll look to open up with the torrent onto 33. Arbed jumping forward. With Nightmare from PPD giving some sort of defensive potential. Oh, Envy! He's getting called out. The BKB's out as well. Envy's fully incredible. Look, they've got the stun on him. This Spectre in trouble. Envy's got to back himself away. CCNC's going to be able to find the kill, though. That's Envy down. They do get 33 though in response, though. Fnatic, can they get more out of this? Pycat tries for the call. He's trying to hold them back here. OpTic, they're falling pretty low, though. Fire Blast out onto Pycat. Pycat turns. Battle Hunger out onto Arbed. He's jaws up. Zai a little on the mana, so can't get the stun out. Arbed's going to still fall, though, and he's dead for 70. No buyback. Jump forward. DJ stolen call. Pulling CCNC in towards the tower. Universe starting to get the napalm stacks up. There's the buyback from Envy. Buyback into the Horn. Just back online in time. Can they chase down some kills? They'll get PPD. Doesn't look like they'll get anything more though. Zai and Pycat. And 33, who has the shapeshift back online. He's turning back in with the BKB. But there we have it. The call into the lasso. They're disabling. But do they have the damage to finish off 33? They don't for now, but it saves the Universe. Universe will be able to get back. Only just there as the creeps do start to beat down upon him.
And not the worst trade in the world for Fnatic, as
It's a lot of buybacks there, but at the same time, 33 is bought back, PPD is bought back, OpTic themselves buying back because they want to get themselves into the pit. They know without the Horn, this is a chance for them to get that Aegis and a cheese, and if they can then sort of stall the games themselves to the, or even just go for the push, they could really just go all in now with the fact that they know Fnatic themselves don't have the buybacks on the big cause, on Eternal Envy.
yeah, and if Kunkka had buyback at this point, he would have used it for that fight.
They're heading over to the pit. Fnatic, they're going to be able to stop OpTic from getting away from this, it looks.
If they could take this for themselves, they could reset the game here, but they don't have the easiest way to hit this Roshan. The best that they can do is defend it and keep OpTic away from this area.
A very sort of tense situation now for both teams this next sort of 6 minutes or so, with the buybacks being expended in that last minute of gameplay on some major cores for both sides.
Envy has the 500 health talent, a lot tankier now. Fnatic pushing forward, DJ gonna spot this. They don't have the easiest way to take it themselves, so they just have to play defense. And OpTic, they should be nervous about this too. They committed a lot of buybacks for that. 33 thought that was their opportunity to just end the game because Envy waited so long to commit the buyback, he just assumed he didn't have it. And if you're wondering why Envy was waiting so long, he thought he could get away with it.
Still around that pit though. OpTic.
Universe pops the Firefly. They want to keep them away from this area. Lincoln's still available on him. 33 just hitting this Roshan, his team, creating this ring around him. They're going to go back in.
The Horn's back online. Fnatic, they've got the honors. PPD. Quick now, remember there's Envy. Popping the Horn, getting the vision that they need. They'll look towards PPD first. BKB's out for 60. He's got the stun. The Force, they're trying to save Envy. There's the bow coming in. They're trying to get the damage out. Can he find the big Tidebringer? His no. Could the Berserker's call there? They control Arbed. Arbed, he's gone. He's dead. He does have buyback available. Universe gets the lasso here onto the dogs, but it doesn't matter. Even though he's holding down 33 of the Wolves, they can't kill him off. Now Arbed will buy back. They know that they can't let OpTic get this Roshan.
Getting it themselves is so hard.
TJ falling incredibly low there in that situation, going down to 20 HP. He has to get himself away as the Lycans, the Wolves are on their way over. Quickly cut them down. It's back towards the pit. Fnatic, they're heading in. Top lane starting to get pushed over by the stronger creeps that OpTic have at the moment. But at this point of the game, all of Fnatic's buybacks called, and they have side. DJ with the stolen Berserker's call, that extra bit of lockdown into the torrent. Can they finish him off? But no, Pycat. Again, he's on top of the Berserker's all the stun. Arbed in trouble, he's gone. Arbed now dead without buyback. And Zyno straight back in. He'll buy back. Pilot Eye is trying to pull OpTic away from the pit, but that'll be 2 down on Fnatic as well. 33 chasing down DJ. He's gonna fall. The crits come in. That 3 down on Fnatic. OpTic, they've opened up the pit. They're heading in for Roshan, Aegis, and Cheese, and there's nothing that Envy and Universe can do to stop that.
And they are in an impossible situation now. No haunt available for 25 more seconds. No buybacks available. Fnatic likely to get mega creeped here, and I think this is something they just have to give up.
OpTic with the Lycan, with the Leshrac, they can take these structures pretty quickly. OpTic, they'll move towards bottom, and as you say, Fnatic, can they do anything to stop this? The jump in, the actual Nightmare from PPD actually saves Envy a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They don't need to kill the Spectre at this point. They just need to kill the buildings. 10 seconds and they'll have to back up. Envy trying to commit here with the Horn, trying to put a stop to it, but there's the feed script. PPD, he gets the grab, holds Envy down. Universe comes in with the lasso to cancel the grip, trying to allow Envy to get back. There's Pilot, he's back. Can they keep Envy alive? They can. Envy, he'll survive. JJ goes with the telekinesis, holding Pycat in place, but they get the structures. OpTic, they'll get the mega creeps. They have to get out of here now. The full lineup of Fnatic is back up. As OpTic got what they came for. Sure, they lost Pycat, they lost PPD, but they got the barracks. Look at this TP, the TP across from Arbed to the Shrine. He looks for 33, but 33, he pops the BKB, he's not messing around.
Universe now coming in.
Doesn't have lasso available though. So OpTic, they're retreating. He does manage to remove the link because they has the Yule Scepter. That's going to be enough to hold CCNC down for Envy to close the gap. He'll pop the cheese CCNC, but no sort of Gorgonzola's going to save him as Envy will get the kill. That's CCNC now dead for 80 seconds. Fnatic, they're up against mega creeps, but there's no Razor for quite some time. Still, though, tier 2s in 2 lanes. I don't know how much Fnatic are going to get done with this. But they're heading straight towards the base. And then they realize, hang on, boys, there's still tier 2s in both these lanes. And hang on, all the ways are pushed back into their own base. They've got to back up. But they're holding on somewhat here, Will.
Highlight Die getting stuck by these creeps. Barely finding the angle out of there. Stays for a second to throw down the Ignite.
PPD. He's found. He has. He's got the Nightmare, Zai. He's going in, quick force to try and break up the combo, but Zai, Yule Scepter onto Envy. Envy has the Manta, but he's gonna get caught out by this turn. Can Envy get himself out of this one? He'll disarm the Lycan with the Halberd, turning towards Zai, but Zai, he's got the Eon just keeping him alive. DJ, he'll fall. Envy trying to fight against Zai here, but he gets stunned up. Fiend Script again. PPD holding Envy down. Is there any way they can save for the base? Ahmed, he's having to look after it. The creeps are destroying it. Envy, he's almost certainly gonna fall. OpTic, they've got the kills, they've got the game. GG, well played is called as OpTic are able to close it up. They had the lead for that entirety of the game, but there definitely was a point where there was questions whether Fnatic were on track to turn things around. But OpTic, they keep their composure. Excellent usage of the buybacks, the prioritization around that Roche pit, and then the sort of the moves made after, getting those barracks, keeping the pressure on. OpTic, they will continue this route towards getting that dream spot of being in the top 8, and unfortunately Fnatic, it's the end of the road for them in terms of their dreams of that direct invite slot.
They were 1 game away from being top 8 in the DPC. They just needed that 1 win, but unfortunately for them, they have no more opportunities, and OpTic, they continue to keep their hopes alive. If they win this major, it would give them enough points. Unbelievable performance from them.
I mean, unbelievable performance from them as a whole. You've got to talk about 33's Lycan. This man, and it's this sort of pressure at the semifinals in such an important game, making sort of this switch up that we know that OpTic can do. We've seen them sort of switch around the cores, around the lanes. At this game, bringing out the 33 Lycan, he just ran away with the game. He absolutely did. Each and every usage of the shapeshift, keeping the pressure on. They just couldn't deal with it, Fnatic. Despite their best attempts, we saw some cute little plays. Universe did manage to get some pretty sweet lassos, but it wasn't enough at the end of the day. They keep the pressure on, they keep the pace going. OpTic Gaming, I mean, in the 2 games this series that they won, they did look pretty fantastic. And in terms of the whole run, OpTic Gaming have turned up to this LAN, and they've stepped it up a lot. This is a team that is consistently improving, consistently getting a hold of this current meta, and we're going to be seeing them in the grand finals up against Virtus Pro. It's going to be an incredible grand finals, that is for sure. As for now, we will send you over to the stage to hear from one of the members of OpTic Gaming.
Yes, I have a very relieved PPD hanging out with me. At least that's how it seemed. Got a big smile on your face. Is that a big win? Felt like you earned that one?
Yeah, we needed it, right? That's our goal right now, to win this tournament and somehow manage to qualify to TI. So, yeah, super stressful game. My heart's racing.
Dude, I mean, right towards the end, even right at the very end of that match, it looked like it could have gone both ways.
Something happens when you play against Eternal Envy. The games just get a little crazy towards the end.
That was unbelievable just to see just how close things can get. The creeps were doing half the work for you. Very, very fun to see. My first question, though, you know, as you do take down Fnatic, you realize what you've taken from them. You now have another step ahead of you. Virtus Pro are waiting in the wings. Before I ask you about Grand Final, this game, this semi-final, could you just walk us through some of the ups and downs for you as a team?
Well, I talked to Universe a bit before the game, and it was like, I know you guys really need to win, but we also, you know, we have to do our best to win. And I wish there was a scenario where we could have an opportunity to play the grand finals, and then they could still get second, and we'd both advance. But that's just how it goes. For the series, pretty confident overall. I think that we believe that we're a better team, and I don't know if it necessarily showed, especially in game 2, but a pretty even match, I think.
I think that's a lot of the analysis was struggling to comprehend how you had such a dominant first game, and then it looked to turn completely on its head in the second. Could you give us a little bit of insight as to how that happened?
Well, you know, I think first pick, it was really, really important for the both of us, and we just happened to win that 50-50 coin toss in game 3.
Okay. All right, well, I'll go ahead and go with that one. And now with Virtus Pro in that grand final, they've looked unbeatable. They have been unbeaten so far here in Birmingham. How are you feeling about tomorrow?
I'm just hoping it's going to be sunny.
Yeah. We'll leave it on that bombshell. Back to you guys at the desk.
Oh, I don't know what he's on about. It's always sunny in Britain, right? Kind of. Thank you very much, PPD, and thank you, Machine, of course, for the interview as well. Well done to OpTic Gaming. They reached their second grand final of the season and their first major of the season. They need to do it at the perfect time with a shot at getting inside the top 8. Unfortunately, that is the end of the road for Fnatic. That is the last you'll see of them on the DPC tour. Next time you'll see them will be in the qualifiers. And that's the sad thing about the fact they've had such a good run. It's been a grind for them. They've really fought hard, and they've just fallen one short.
Yeah, well, we've seen flashes of the potential this team has all season long. I think they've played some of the best Dota that they've shown all season at this event, but this OpTic team is on a mission. 2 straight grand finals for NA Dota. And guys, we talked on the pregame segment about how they had a big trump card in 33, and they hadn't necessarily shown it in this last game. They played it, leading the map in net worth and hero damage, 11K building damage, more than 3 times any other hero.
Yeah, I was going to bring up 33. I think it was, we were due one, weren't we, Cap? Weren't we due a big performance from the man?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that this was, I mean, it was going to be a really good liking game, I think. 33 definitely performed really well. One of the big things that he did was his micro of the wolves, the body blocking that he did. I think that was probably the most impressive plays that we saw out of him. He also made sure not to die too many times. Other than that, yeah, I think it was just a pretty good game for him. I think it was really important for some of the other members of OpTic to have those kind of very interfering performances with the Razor as well as the Axe. I think they played a crucial part in being able to make sure the early to mid game went well and the Lycan could get ahead.
Yeah, I think 33, well, we can say a million things about him in this game. It was a great Lycan game. He played it absolutely dominating, but the lanes for me was one of the big things too. They were able to shut down Abed really hard in this game. They really put a lot of the focus fire on him. His last game, we saw the game before that, we saw what happened. So they focused him, they let 33 have an excellent time, and then PPD's like, you guys focus on Abed, Envy's mine. I'm going 2 points in Enfeeble early and ruining his life.
Oh, yeah.
And that is what he did. He sat behind the tower, I don't even know, for like 3 minutes more, he's just throwing level 2 Enfeeble, and Envy's just like, I have literally 0 damage. I have to dagger to the last hit. He was completely shut down.
He had 17 CS to Lycan's 45 at one point.
But I think we did see, though, when you didn't do anything to him, he was able to go off and make solo kills. So you had to keep on him. You had to keep track of where he was.
It was a smart concept of the game that OpTic looked. They were like, we need to actually be getting these Roches, taking all these objectives early, because if this game does get to the late game and we are not 10K ahead, like map control ahead, we will lose this game to the
I mean, we were talking backstage, weren't we? Like, if this goes another 12, 15 minutes, this suddenly starts looking like a hard game for OpTic. So they kind of had to finish it when they did.
Going back to that laning phase decision, think about the one lane that OpTic kind of gave up. It was going to be the Axe versus Batrider, right? And I think that's very important. They could have ran so many situations where the Axe isn't faced up against a Batrider, where they had a Razor facing up against a Spectre or something like that. But the thing is that a Batrider is not going to be a game-changing hero for you, right? It's just naturally not going to be winning you team fights. It's going to get you pickoffs. It's going to give you these little skirmishes. It's going to be setting up your other cores for success. That's what a Batrider usually does best.
And the X came ahead out in the lane.
Yeah. And somehow he still managed to win that laning phase and do pretty well for himself. So I think strategically it was just a good mindset of making sure that the Kunkka doesn't have a good game, especially when faced up against that Lycan.
I mean, I think I value Batrider a little bit more highly than you do based on that, but the big thing is when you have that kind of situation, you need to play correctly around it. And Fnatic took a couple of, they had one really bad death on Envy bottom, where he's very close to his Relic into Radiance and dies after using his Spectral Dagger on the lane. And then they had another fight where Universe was way out in front of his team 5 seconds before Haunt is up.
I was just looking to see if I had any swords around so you could do jousting or something.
I don't mean to be... Oh, okay.
I love the fact that you two fight so much. I feel sad for Fog, who's stuck in the middle.
I'm never going in between Alan and anybody.
Never stand there ever. Come and stand over this side with me.
I never
safer.
stand next to Alan anyway, so you're kind of stuck here.
Right, let's check in with our Vodafone Play Faster moment. We've had one of these every day. We've been spoiled rotten all week because there've been some fantastic plays and some very quick plays indeed. Today's Play Faster moment by Vodafone is University's Escape. Doesn't get much quicker than this. It's kind of Houdini.
It's a Night Stalker. It runs pretty fast, so you're right, Paul. It is a fast play.
There we go. There it is. You blinked, Alan, and you missed it.
I did. Poor Zai sitting there at level 2, though, on that clockwork going, come on, I need a kill.
He had a rough one. He had a rough one that game.
He did. Let's check in with the bracket now and show you where we are, because we have completed almost every match so far at ESL One Birmingham. Just 2 matches remain. The third, fourth playoff, which will be our first match tomorrow, of course, and the all-important grand final. A grand final which will feature Virtus Pro for the 3rd consecutive ESL One major. They're looking for their 4th major of the season. They're already qualified for the international. Hell, they don't even need the money, but they want the Benzes, they want the points, and they'll be going head-to-head with OpTic Gaming, playing their very first major grand final, their 2nd final of the DPC season so far. It's been a fantastic tournament, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Hey man, the 3rd place match actually sounds really fun too.
Yeah.
Should be. I mean, 3rd place match. I'm not a big fan of 3rd place.
Sure,
I have
but
to say, but
we get to stop
Envy's in that game.
We got Envy in that game, and we have Pain,
I know,
which we've seen
right?
one of the crowd favorites.
Yeah, so we'll have a bit of fun with that. I think that's going to be good. What's been your highlight today, Cap?
Highlight today, NA Dota winning. How about that?
Oh, come on.
Well done. You got that cue. That was perfect.
You're supposed to be our brothers in arms.
No.
What's happening right now?
We're Brazilian Britons. See?
I like that. I like that.
Brazilians. I don't know. Anyway, Fogged?
DJ's performance on the Rubik.
Yep.
That one for me. It was pretty spectacular.
I like that as well, but I'm going to say I think that seeing the drama of Fnatic coming within just inches of earning that last TI spot and knowing what it sets up for tomorrow, OpTic with an opportunity to play themselves into the field at TI8
Crazy,
against the 3-time major winners. Bring it on.
Yep, what a great way to finish. Thank you very much, gents. Thank you to everyone as well for coming down to ESL One Birmingham. Our day comes to an end here on the 2nd day inside the arena. Just a quick reminder for you as well, the MVP by Mercedes-Benz is still open. Maybe PPD's crept into reckoning. Maybe 33 is in the reckoning as well. Whoever you want to vote for, head over there right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming down. We'll see you tomorrow for the grand finale of the first ever UK Dota 2 Major. We'll see you then.
Oh my God, I am.
Roar is out. The rocket barrage has already ended. No one's making close the distance. Oh, no, Solo can just walk it up. And Nighttime working against HFN. They just clap him back. Night Ice Path and Dual Breath. There's your Roar. Starting out, ET Splitter from range with the Stomp and the Spirit out. No one so quick to the front lines. Banishment onto the NS. Manamans are not looking too healthy. And the Spirit Vessel on him, but it won't matter when the OT comes in with that Sandy's equipment. And HFN, you just got your BKB. Please at least let him trigger it. He's roared, stunned, controlled, can't even.
So that's going to be universal.
All time. Not everyone from OpTic has shown up. Zai gonna get run into. Universe with the point call.
And have they got the damage? The Stomp coming through though. Have a chance against the Force. Indeed, he's out. He's alone. Zai. He's found him in the cogs. PPD's heading over as well. He'll use himself up by some time, but PPD comes in. He's got the snowball. He's holding on to it to allow time for the rest of OpTic to come in and.
By Pycat.
Can he get himself out of here at all? Envy hookshot in, but it's actually going to be blocked off there by Pycat. Envy does walk through the wall. Backup's coming in. Can they save Envy here? They might just be able to. As Universe comes in with a Pyke. Envy's going to be fine as they look to turn this around. Vacuum's going to be used by 33, but it's not going to get him a kill. He's going to fall as... well. Zai farming very, very deep. TP from DJ will come across as well as he wants to play around, get himself involved with the kill onto Zai. Yeah, Envy, he's almost certainly going to fall. OpTic, they've got the kills, they've got the game. GG well played is called as OpTic are able to close it up. They had the lead for that entirety of the game, but there definitely was a point where there was questions whether Fnatic close it up. They had the lead for that entirety of the game, but